Hello, all you Doctor Strangers out there
All we are Doctor Strangers.
in the wind.
In the wind.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another review. Not going to mention what is in JD's hand right now because this is a multiverse movie.
I'm a different variant.
You're
I'm not
a variant,
even, I'm not even the real JD.
We watched Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness Junior Part 2 / Multiverse Stuff is Happening. Official title.
Yeah.
This is the 28th Marvel movie.
Gosh, is it the 28th?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
That feels right, though.
It feels right. Benedict Cumberbatch is back as Doctor Strange.
It's back. As Cool Ranch Dugarita.
No, do not. You're not getting it over. Elizabeth Olsen is back as Wanda Maximoff / the Scarlet Witch. Of course, we got Chiwetel Ejiofor, but we also got Rachel McAdams.
Yep. Benedict Wong.
And we also have the introduction of America Chavez, who's played by Xochitl Gomez, and directed by Sam Raimi.
Yeah. He's back.
He's back, baby. And he basically, like, if you think about the plot of the movie long enough, you're like, oh, this is just an Evil Dead movie in the multiverse. Because it's about books, it's about demons, it's about zombies, it's about all types of the Sam Raimi classics.
It's about interdimensional or time and space travel.
Yep.
You know?
That's the non-spoiler way to describe this movie, because to spoil it is basically giving away the main thing that happens through the movie.
I think let's just up front. Did you like it?
I really like how they introduce America's character. Yeah. Because she can travel through multiverses, but she's sort of like how Doctor Strange is in the first movie. Yeah. He doesn't really know how to control anything, and it's like a nice little parallel. I really like that how he is like the reluctant dad, which seems to be a theme in the comics.
And also, you think, oh, but that's just what he did, but he doesn't remember that.
Yeah.
And so that's what's kind of fun. It's like he just went through something like this, but because of that movie, doesn't remember.
I would say when it tries to do more, I think it's the same criticism that people give like Eternals. This phase is definitely like when they're trying to do Marvel stuff, it doesn't work well. But when it's doing the non-Marvel stuff, it works really well.
I agree. I think some strengths. Sam Raimi. I mean,
oh my God,
this movie's so much fun to look at. It's so different, and really, that's most multiverse movies, anyways. Overall, I'm like, as we get 20 something movies in and like 15 shows in, because this really is a sequel to Doctor Strange and WandaVision. And I thought we would end up in a different spot, or I thought more would happen. This feels, and I don't know, maybe it's a good thing not all this happened. I'm conflicted because at the end of the day, this really does still feel like kind of a standalone, like very much like, with the exception of having Wanda in it, of like, this is just Doctor Strange and about. As a character, he's grown. Yeah. But the world has opened up, but at the same time, where is he at the end of this movie? And so I think I was wanting a little bit more of that. I think I wanted more. I didn't want, weirdly, it's like, I don't want the Marvel stuff. I want to see this world open up. Yeah. And I want to see Doctor Strange doing some cool Doctor Strange stuff.
The cool stuff is the CGI. The same reason like people like Doctor Strange 1 is because the CGI is crazy. Yeah. This one just ramps it up to 1,000. I mean, especially after watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's kind of hard to say that, the whole name. It's like watching that and seeing how crazy and out of the water they are. Yeah. Like just going outside of the box, and then getting Doctor Strange 2, you feel like, oh, they could have gone farther.
And I think
could have gone crazier.
I think that's part of where I'm coming from. Is like, you saw the Everything Everywhere All at Once like 3 weeks ago. Yeah. I saw it at the time of this recording less than a week ago. Yeah. So I see that movie and then I see Doctor Strange and I'm like, oh, I think I wanted more of that.
Stan Lee had a great quote back in the day. He's like, who's stronger than who? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's what the story needs to be told. Yeah. And that's what this movie is about, is like, clearly Doctor Strange needs to go through this cathartic moment to like let go of these unrequited feelings he has. But yeah, he's trying to become this wielder of the mystic arts, and he doesn't really have a grasp on it at post Endgame.
Yeah.
And so this is really like tying up all those loose ends. Phase 4 seems like tying up all loose ends. With that said, we're now going to get into the spoilers. Usually in Marvel movies, they give like the person that's been bad, they give him a sort of a moment to be like, oh, I done messed up a little bit.
Yeah.
And they give her that, but they don't give her a redemption anyway, because, you know, there's Vision is still out there.
Yeah.
But they're just like, she understands through this story that she can't live anymore.
Yeah.
Because she has already corrupted herself beyond repair.
I think WandaVision fans are going to be upset. I think WandaVision fans are going to be upset unless there is something down the line. But by the end of this, I'm like, I was okay with the ending. I was okay with how they wrapped it up. And so I was like, if that's the door closed, that's good with me. But I could see a lot of people who love WandaVision, who love Wanda, who want, you know, that's the one that kind of like, everyone just fell in love with that. I could see them being like, how dare you?
Especially with the introduction of Fantastic Four. Yeah. We're going to get some more multiverse stuff. It's not Loki season 2 is still going to happen.
Yes.
So there is a chance that we see the Wanda, the other Wanda we see,
and
might
that's,
be our Wanda.
And that may be the, you know, we may see something down the line.
Yeah.
I just think that, like, gut reaction, some people are not going to be happy. There's a chunk in the middle where some things happen. I don't want to get too spoilery with it, where I think people thought it was going to be so much more. And I could see where people were like, this is it?
Some people have seen the commercial of the Illuminati. I'm not going to reveal who's in the Illuminati other than Professor X. That's a given.
Yeah.
But I think,
and Mordo.
And Mordo. But I think that is set up solely to show how powerful Wanda is. We're going to get these characters later on, except for maybe one. One was sort of like a joke, like, we know that was bad. But his power is cool.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, it sets her up as like she's the big bad. That's what Raimi does great all the time, is he always makes sure like to show how powerful the villain is and how most of the time you cannot stop this villain. Like, I think when I was watching this, I was like, oh, Wanda is the demons from Drag Me to Hell. It's like, she cannot be stopped. No matter what you do, she can't be stopped. Only if she stops herself.
Yeah.
And so that was great about seeing the Illuminati, all these powerful people, and she's just like, done.
Obviously, Patrick Stewart can't do this forever.
No.
You know, and there's some others, again, that we won't, I mean, obviously the Inhumans one is, I mean, that's not going anywhere. But there's some other ones that I know there's been a lot of clamor for these people, and I want some fresh faces. I want some fresh ideas. Yeah. So I like that we are open to the world, and because we do get a hint when you see one of them. Doctor Strange's reaction is kind of like, "Wait a second," and then so it plants the seeds. I just hope that we didn't see the tree already. You know, do you see that? You like that?
Wow,
that was pretty good, right?
God, well, just like every tree, the leaf falls off and it lands where it wants to land.
Guess, yeah, that's pretty deep.
How many multiverse U's out of 10 would you give this movie?
I enjoyed the movie. It's not perfect. It's not, it's not Shang-Chi for me. It's not Black Panther. It's not any of the Captain America movies. But to me, it's a solid sequel. I like Doctor Strange's story. I think there's some really emotional things in there that really pay off, and I'm excited to see what he does in the future. So, and Sam Raimi, of course. I mean, if there's like one perfect thing, it's that Sam Raimi directed this movie. Yeah. So I'm gonna go a 7 out of 10.
Considering this is a Sam Raimi movie, and it is a very Sam Raimi movie, and I love everything he's done, and I love the story here. And my Marvel ratings are different from my actual.
It's hard, yeah. It's like,
but I would give it an 8 out of 10. I had a fun time. Let's wrap this up. What's happening?
Oh.
It was super fun, and it was also a mess. 7.5.
I don't remember how long his clip was.
I don't know. I think we could probably if we. Oh no. Un esercito di prodi da me